Don't look at me.
Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better call somebody! You're listening to the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast.
The best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be.
A podcast discussing all things AEW and WWE.
Give me a hell yeah!
Now, let's meet the host.
Are you ready?
Kyle Gagliardi.
The face that runs the place.
Jim Tucker.
It's a game.
And Erica Marini.
I'm the boss. I'm the blueprint. I'm the standard.
Well, I think we've had enough talk. It's time for the main event.
What is going on, everyone? You're listening to the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast, hosted by the Marks, for the Marks, and I am your host, Mr. OTM, Kyle Gagliardi, and one of my co-hosts this week is not my good friend, Jim Tucker. It is the one, the only, Erica Marini. Erica, how the hell are you doing?
I mean, one day you'll introduce me as your other good friend, but in the meantime, thanks. Yeah, I'm good. I'm a little under the weather if anyone's grossed out by my voice more than usual, but
You sound normal to me.
Oh, well, okay, thanks. And I mean, it is WrestleMania weekend officially, so how bad could I be?
That's the reason we are starting an hour early, is because the festivities get going on Thursday.
Yes.
You wanted to watch some GCW. You even got the merch on, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I got 2 merches, just in case he's watching. Mance, I'm watching for you.
I don't know who that is, but is he on the card tonight?
Yes, I hope that he wins the tag belts back.
I might have to purchase it. We talked a little bit before we started this episode that you said it was what, like 10, 15 bucks?
Yeah, at max, yeah.
I mean, it's wrestling. Why not? Just
It is.
dive
And
into everything.
It's going to be good. It's going to be a good one tonight.
Do you plan on buying the super card tomorrow for Ring of Honor?
I don't personally, but I plan on watching it, yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, Ryan Matthews, the MVM himself, checking in. Big weekend ahead of us. Let's go. Yeah, he's excited. We're excited. I know I talked about it last week, Erica. I was like, I'm just not feeling the buzz. Kind of feeling it now. A little bit, but it's I'm at like a 6 out of 10.
I mean, maybe tonight kind of wets your whistle.
Yeah, that's why I should buy it, just to get a little taste
Yeah,
of
Mox
WrestleMania
going to be
weekend.
on there.
Oh, tonight he's on?
Yeah, Mox versus AJ Gray, Mickey James versus Alley Catch.
Oh, Mickey James?
I think the tag team is like a 4-way like tag match tonight, I think. There's a couple good ones. I think, there's going to be some good ones.
I tweeted out on my personal account. I was like, I'm so jealous of everybody that just gets to partake in WrestleMania weekend. You've been to a few WrestleManias, haven't you?
Just one. I went to 35. Yeah.
And did you like partake in anything that was going on? You really didn't dive
No,
into,
that was like
the
before I
indies?
really like ventured outside of WWE. So I kind of, hey Donna.
Hello, Mother. As you can see, Mom, Tuck is not here. He's probably doing baseball stuff, but Tuck will be with us Sunday morning. Erica will be doing OTM Sunday Shoot. Will you be able to make it on Sunday? Because I know you're probably going to have a few adult beverages this weekend.
Let's see how Saturday night goes. I could show up. I can't promise the shape I'll be in, but I could show up.
I mean, the start time for you is noon on Sunday, so I think you can make that.
All right.
I hope.
I'll pencil you in.
I'm glad you can make time for your podcast. Like I always tell you, it's 33.3% your show now.
Depending on your mood, it is.
Even though I am the face that runs the place, I am Mr. OTM. I am the OTM pay-per-view champion. And you can't just leave me like that. I wouldn't be able to do a show by myself.
Oh, I bet you could.
No, fun story. No, not really that fun, but a story. I did a solo podcast before. It was for Wiffle Ball, I believe. And I talked for 22 minutes. And it was the most awkward thing in the world. I don't recommend ever doing a solo.
Really?
Yeah, could you imagine just like sitting here talking? Like I could do a YouTube predictions video, but like just think sitting down in audio form talking to yourself.
I could. I talk to myself a lot.
You like to talk to intelligent people. That's why.
Oh, thank you, Kyle. So sweet today you are.
That's what my dad always said to me. So I just run with it.
Aw.
I'm not being sweet, even though my name's too sweet, Kyle. You
Cool.
can see right there. So before we no, don't go there. Don't. You said that under your breath. I almost didn't catch it. Before we get into everything WrestleMania weekend, since it is WrestleMania season, it means you got to go out and get some merch. You see the long sleeve shirt that I have on right now. It's on our thank you. It's on our website on themarkwrestlingpodcast.com. And Erica, if you use code MANIA, MANIA, on your order this weekend, you will save 20%. Why wouldn't anybody take advantage of that?
Why would you not? Yeah.
Have you taken advantage of it?
I'm about to take advantage of it.
Okay, good. Ryan's asking, did you guys get a bunch of responses on the Google form? I do not know. Tuck is the one that runs the Google form. I know Erica still hasn't submitted her predictions because she may be influenced by me on this episode.
And also, I forget everything. So
she's getting up there in age, guys. So we gotta remind our old lady over here. Oh, over there.
You know what? I'm gonna roll with it.
I'm not gonna be nice all the time to you.
I'll let you get away with that one.
You know that. So also, and speaking of that Google form, don't forget to join our WrestleMania predictions challenge. You will see it on our socials. See if you can dethrone me for the OTM pay-per-view championship. I know you guys would love to take that away from me. Please. And if you do, you're not just going to win the OTM pay-per-view championship. Erica, do you remember what I am going to be giving away for the winner?
You're giving them a brand new OTM hoodie. Sweet ass OTM hoodie that I personally own and can say with certainty that is a sweet ass hoodie.
$35 value too. So you're not just winning, bragging rights here. You're winning $35 in beautiful merchandise.
Dethroning the most insufferable champion that belt has ever been held by. You are also getting a little something extra.
I tell you what, he's going to love it, and he's going to support me. I am the champion, and I am his champion, and that's about it.
Oh.
Yeah. You kind of froze over on my end for a little bit there, so hopefully that...
Yeah, you froze, but you just kept talking, so I didn't know what was worse.
It's okay. We're doing this on the go. We're live. We're here. We got another comment rolling in. Might have to become undisputed. Well, you know what, Ryan Matthews? You're not the AEW champion either, so you wouldn't have all the belts. And Ryan Vogus, the former MVM that got it taken away from Ryan Matthews, a little bit of controversy there last week.
What did Vogus' thing say? It just comes up as square on my computer.
No, he just did a puke emoji.
Oh.
I don't think he was feeling that. Not a fan. Not a fan of the new MVM. But Erica, you want to just get right into things here?
Let's do it.
Let's get into things with the New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. He's no longer King Woods. He's Xavier Woods on the website, taking on Sheamus and Ridge Holland with Butch ringside for this matchup. Obviously, Erica, Big E will not be involved because of the neck injury, but regardless of him not being involved, I'm going to go with the New Day in this one. I don't really have any good reasoning behind it. I just think New Day needs a little bit more juice because they kind of been laying low and they've had these injuries at separate times. So let's pick the New Day back up and give them a win here at WrestleMania. What do you think?
Agreed for all that. At first, I wasn't sure with the whole Butch thing. But like what you said, especially with Woods just coming back. Oh, Bogus, that'd be cute.
Does Big E show up ringside for a mega pop? That would be cute or awesome, I would say.
It can be both.
I guess, however you want to word it. But I mean, that might be tough with him with the neck brace and everything. But that would be a cool moment. I think this is a match that probably will be a unanimous decision. Wouldn't you assume?
Yeah.
It's just how does this though get put on the WrestleMania card and we can't find a title match for Damian Priest or Ricochet?
Hey, I mean, Seth Rollins almost didn't get on it, so.
Well, that was all kayfabe, brother.
I'm teasing, Kyle.
I know. It's still real to me, damn it. So you're going with the New Day?
Yes.
That's an easy pick, I would say. Ryan Matthews, the MVM, chiming in. I got Butch and Sheamus in a roll-up or something cheap. Yeah, heelish ways.
Yeah.
I could see it, but I'm going with the New Day in that one. So this one is another easy one. It's a match that I was dreading being on the WrestleMania card, but here we are, Erica. Drew McIntyre taking on Happy Corbin, who has not been pinned since becoming Happy Corbin. Does he get pinned here at WrestleMania?
Hey, I wonder what could possibly happen. I'm going to go with the underdog here, though, since it's my turn, and I'm going to shot in the dark, go Drew McIntyre.
Oh, that's surprising.
Just looking for an upset here, you know?
This is another one of those. And this is the reason why I put these on the first two to talk about, because it seems fairly obvious. I would like maybe Madcap to turn on Happy Corbin here, maybe split off, because I think Madcap Moss does have potential and maybe he can have a babyface run. Or you just have Drew McIntyre be the first person to kick out of End of Days, because I believe nobody has kicked out of that finish. Yeah. So, I mean,
that'd be something.
So if we talk hypothetically, if Roman wins, wouldn't Drew kind of be the guy probably on SmackDown to step up to him?
Yeah, again, yeah.
So it only makes sense for him to win here. We won't spend too much time on that one. So we agree on the first two picks. Not that difficult to predict. Greatest finisher of all time. Ryan Vogus, a big End of Days guy, Erica.
Ryan Vogus is like a mega mark for the most like random things. I agree with you. I love that move a lot, but it's just like he kills me with his random.
I want to know Vogus's reaction if he kicks out of the End of Days, because that is a very protected finishing move right now in wrestling. So I want to know in the comments section what he thinks. But after that, we got the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. The Usos taking on Shinsuke and Rick Boogs. I guess I go first here. I let you go first in the last one, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with the Usos. This will play on the night 2 main event as well. I just don't think Shinsuke and Boogs are a credible enough tag team yet to take them away from Jimmy and Jay. So I'm gonna go with the Usos to retain, Erica.
I agree. I didn't want to keep matching with you.
Oh, you're gonna take that shade from Ryan Vogus?
Absolutely not. I am. You're such a trendsetter, Vogus. Thank you for turning me on to everything that I now love.
No, back to the match, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I think when the demise of what's it called? Them. Aren't they called something?
Who, Shinsuke and Boogs?
No, Bozo, the Usos and Roman.
Oh, the Bloodline.
Yeah. I feel like the demise will start with them, but I don't think it's at Mania, and I don't think it's against Shinsuke and Boogs. No offense.
And yeah, I agree. No offense, because I like them as an act. I think they're entertaining, but like, it's the Usos. Like,
yeah,
they're having a reign similar to Roman Reigns, and it's just kind of being overshadowed because
it's Roman Reigns.
Yeah, and so I just don't think they're credible enough. So once again, me and you are on the same page. Maybe we will differ. Maybe we won't. Who knows?
I bet we differ.
Bozo Liana. It has a ring to it, actually. That could be one of my gimmicks. All right, so we both go with the Usos there to retain. So this one, I think this one can go either way. We don't know if it's officially main eventing night 1. Ronda Rousey in an interview said it was. I don't think it will. The build has been meh. A lot of people are questioning if Ronda is even interested in being back in the WWE because they haven't really seen that passion. But Erica, you get to go first on this one. Are you going to go with a new champ here?
I am going to go with a new champ. I'm
not going to lie. Is he talking about Ronda and Charlotte? He said, this is my bathroom break, snack break match.
Probably the Usos?
Maybe.
Maybe. I am taking Ronda because I don't think I was going to say Bogus. Wasn't there something else that was announced as main event?
Yeah, we talked about that last week too. When I broke that news to you, you didn't hear about that, but yeah, that seems to be the main event segment.
Interesting. I think that everyone's
tired.
You
don't remember that.
No. It's all news to me. Okay. I think everyone's tired of Charlotte, and I don't think Ronda came back to not beat her for the belt. So it's the only thing I got. You?
Again, aren't we?
Are we frozen?
We were.
Okay.
I don't know why it keeps doing that. It never does that when we have us 3 in here. Maybe it's my connection. I don't know. I'm plugged into the Ethernet cable. Regardless, what did I miss you say? Did you say something?
That I just chose Ronda.
Okay.
Okay.
Fuck. I really want to differ from you. Yeah, Vogus says I have zero interest in this match, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, I wish I was looking forward to it a little more. Like, I had Ronda winning the Rumble. I was excited that she came back, but the build has been lackluster. Charlotte's title reign hasn't really been that great. And I've said it numerous times, but I think in ring, Charlotte Flair is the greatest of all time. And Ronda Rousey's no slouch either. But just the match itself, it's like it's gonna happen. So I'm just gonna take Ronda. I wouldn't be surprised if Ronda just kind of got paid off to do this one-off, and maybe Charlotte wins and that's it. Like, would you be surprised if that's all we see from Ronda is just the Rumble and that's?
I mean, it would kind of make sense with like how she acts. I also just don't know if that's like how she is. How Blue Power too.
You're supporting his company. That's why he's excited.
Oh, okay, yeah, I am. I don't know. I really can't gauge like if this is just her kind of maybe not being rusty in ring, but like kind of like being rusty like personality wise, or if it's just lack of interest, like you're saying, and it was just like a paycheck, or
I don't know if it's a lack of interest thing. I think like we saw those reports like after her first run with the WWE that she kind of got bothered by comments that fans were making. Maybe she's more closed off now. You know, her walls are up a little bit and she doesn't want to do anything that like makes the people watching mad.
I mean, I'm thinking like she's got like a brand new baby. I can't even imagine that she is doing what she's doing, but can I picture her like going on the road as SmackDown Women's Champion? Maybe. And that baby just comes.
Yeah. I mean, it's like she only has to show up on Fridays.
That's true.
That's you can do whatever you want with your kid after that, and it'll be good. So yeah, we're both going with Ronda. Yeah, we're both going with Ronda. So that's 4 in a row, right? That we have the same prediction. All right, Erica, maybe this is the one. I get to go first for it, but you got Dom and Rey, the Mysterios, taking on The Miz and Logan Paul. I'm not very excited about this one. No disrespect to the Mysterios. I just don't think Dom has really lived up to his potential. Ryan Matthews, Becky also has.
So I was gonna touch on that, but then I also thought that like if that baby comes and Seth's backstage to watch the baby, and then when Seth's out, Becky watches the baby. Yeah, I don't know. They're just a traveling.
It's like the circus, you know.
Yeah,
just with wrestling.
Yeah. Which in a van
wrestling kind of is like the circus in a way. But going to this match, I mean, I feel like something's gonna happen with the Mysterios. Like, I'm tired of just seeing Rey and Dom go out there. They both hit a 619 together. Yay, pop the crowd for a little bit, interact with the fans, and that's it. Like, I want to see more. I want to see Dom maybe turn heel or something. I just don't know if it's going to happen against The Miz and Logan Paul. I'm going with the Mysterios. I don't feel confident about it. And I just don't care. I really don't. I want to care, Erica, but I don't.
I know. I agree. I was going to say on this match, I'll just choose opposite of whatever you pick just to spice it up. There's just nothing. I don't like those Paul kids.
Those Paul kids.
So I'm really not into this at all. But I said I would take opposite from you, so I'll take Miz and bum ass Logan Paul.
I think it's not a bad pick. This is one of those matches on the card where I think it can go either way. It's tough with celebrity matches. Like, it's tough to gauge who's going to get the win and who's not.
And like, I don't understand. Like, is he like which one sucks more, him or the other one? What's his brother's name?
Jake's the one that boxes. Like, he's actually a decent boxer. I think Logan's the one people hate because he made some insensitive comments on YouTube or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. In that Japanese forest.
Yep. That was the thing. So I think it's him. I don't know. They're both disliked. So.
I just don't like them.
So you're going with The Miz and Logan Paul.
I don't feel good about it, but yeah.
Hey, you got to do what it takes because if you keep picking the same as me.
You're right. We're not getting nowhere.
No. But I tell you what, I'm actually excited for.
Tell you what, you got to stop saying that, Hank Hill.
God damn it. I did it again. Like Britney Spears. Seth Rollins versus a mystery opponent. One more comment here from Ryan Matthews. If Miz and Paul lose, I think Logan has a couple more matches under his belt. That's an interesting comment because I think I read a comment about that Logan Paul said that he has aspirations of doing more with the WWE. So if that's the case, a win here would make sense.
I'll give him a chance.
Yeah, that's how I am. I mean, like, I want to see how he goes in the ring because, like, with Bad Bunny, I didn't know what to expect.
Right. Yeah,
he was fantastic. Pat McAfee, I kind of had a clue because he's an athlete. Fantastic.
Yes.
We'll give Logan a chance.
We'll give you a shot.
We're not saying we're going to like him.
No.
That'll
probably be my pee break, but I'll give you a chance.
Fair enough. So the next one is Seth Rollins taking on whoever Vince McMahon chooses. Who's first? You're good to go first, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So first off, who do you think is going to be Is it the obvious choice?
I don't know. We all
Oh, you're
thought it was
torn.
Cody. Then I see somebody say, which I told you guys, I think that, or she thinks that it's going to be Gable Stevenson. And now I know he's just trying to throw us all for a loop, just tweeting out random people that it could be.
Could be Marco Stunt.
It could be Marco Stunt.
Who he got seared by AEW.
Did they really fire him by slipping a note in his lunchbox, or was that a joke?
I think that was
I see about 5 things on Twitter a day, and I believe all of them.
I'm sure you do, Erica.
I don't know who the opponent is going to be, but whoever it is, I think they win. You?
I want you to give me a prediction, though. It's not going to count towards the prediction. I want you to tell me who Seth Rollins is going to be facing.
I mean, who could it be?
Well, it's funny you ask. Because I have a little pitch in my mind. I think Seth Rollins comes out, he's standing in the ring, gets the microphone, does the stupid laugh or whatever. And then he just talks about, he's finally made it to WrestleMania. Who you got, Vince? And then you hear, here comes the money.
No.
Shane McMahon comes out, goes to the ring, and that's not it. Vince McMahon's music hits right after Shane McMahon comes out into the ring with Seth Rollins, saying, Shane, you're not the one that's facing Seth Rollins. This guy is. And then you hear adrenaline in my soul. Something, Cody Rhodes. That's how I book it. I think it's Cody Rhodes, Erica. I think it's gotta be. It's gotta be.
It's gotta be.
It's gotta be Cody.
And no disrespect, but anybody else is just gonna be a bummer.
Letdown.
Because we've been waiting on this MFer for months, weeks anyway. And yeah.
Do you like my pitch though? Do you like that idea?
That was a good pitch. Listen, I don't know if it's because
you could piss people off. You piss people off with Shane.
For sure. And I don't know if it's because I'm sick, but I got chills when you were saying that. So it could have been because of your prediction. I don't know. I mean, because of your booking.
I just want to see 2 minutes of Twitter going ape shit. Just ripping WWE for having Shane McMahon come out to face Seth Rollins. Obi checking in. What's going on, Obi? We saw a picture with him with Tony Storm. That was pretty cool.
You did?
Yeah, he tweeted it at Pod on the Mark on Twitter, so go check it out. That was an awesome picture. Tony Storm, of course, now all elite. But going back to this, Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes, it's got to be the match. And like you said, whoever faces Seth's going to win. And if it's Cody, he has to win. You don't bring in Cody Rhodes, a former TNT champion, and you don't change his gimmick either. I think you keep the American Nightmare stuff. You keep the theme song. That's where he was made. He was made on the indies. He was built up. Keep him in character. Have him beat Seth Rollins and potentially maybe be the one to face Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar after WrestleMania.
I'm into it.
Obi, I do not think Cody will be there. Ooh, bold take. I think that's a bold take. We will find out though. I like my booking decision. If that happens, I should get bonus points, Erica.
I will give you.
What will you give me?
I'm trying to think what I won't do to you if that does happen. I'll do you a favor.
Fair enough. You can buy me an OTM phone case on the markwrestlingpodcast.com.
Deal.
Fair enough.
At 20% off.
Yes. Use code Mania, right?
That's right.
See, you're getting it. All right, we go from that exciting, matchup potentially to a match that's going to happen. The women's tag team championship match. You got Zelina Vega and Carmella, the champions. You have Naomi and Sasha Banks, Liv and Rhea Ripley, and Natalya and Shayna Baszler. You got 4 teams here. Women's tag team championship on the line. Before we get into our picks, we got 2 more comments. Ryan Voga says, I still want Vince to come out in his fight gear and then Cody come out. Yeah, I like that as well. That's a good idea. And Obi seconds that. So yeah, that's a possibility as well for that situation. So Erica, I believe it's me.
It is you.
I don't really know what direction they're going to go here. We know how they just like to throw together these tag teams. I should say tag teams and just run with it. That's the women's tag division. So I'll go with the person who's on the team and she's never won at WrestleMania, Sasha Banks. I'm going with Sasha and Naomi to win. Sasha's 0-6 at WrestleMania. She's got to get a win. I don't think she's going to be 0-7 after WrestleMania 38. So I'm just going with that for that reason. Nothing else.
So that was okay. Do you remember when Liv and Rhea first debuted and I texted you and I said, I love this? And I immediately said to myself, whether I said it to you or not, I said to myself, they will be women's tag champions like someday, no doubt in my mind. Then Sasha and Naomi pairing came. And I said, I feel like they might win. Then you said, I said, yes, I agree. Then I know what Ovi said, and I said, now I just don't know again.
Yeah, Liv's first title at WrestleMania would be a cool moment.
I'm going to go different again, and I'll stick with my first guns. Thank you, Ovi. And I will, I'll say Liv and Rhea.
All right. I like it. I mean, that was going to be my other pick. Like, I think there's no chance Shayna and Natty win. I don't see Carmella and Zelina retaining. I think that just has ran its course. So I think it goes down.
Agreed.
Ovi, don't forget to do our WrestleMania predictions contest. You can win some free merchandise. The Google form will be on our Twitter and our Instagram. So go ahead and check us out at Pot on the Mark for that. So that's the women's championship, or the tag championship, I should say. We have two more things here on night one. Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Championship, a match that a lot of people think should main event. I would probably agree. The story is there. Becky just got her hair cut last week. She has a new badass look. Did you see that, Erica?
I did. What does this mean? What does that mean?
Hold on. I missed Tuck. What? Why can't you just enjoy what's on your screen right now?
Yeah.
You know, that's a diss at both of us.
That is rude. Can you boot him?
I mean, I can't boot him, but we don't have to give him the MVM.
We're not.
We're not. Just shade being thrown. We miss Tuck too. He'll be here on Sunday. We'll have him for the Sunday shoot. It will be okay.
Yeah, you'll get your fix.
Erica, does Bianca get her revenge here at WrestleMania?
Thank you, Ovi.
Thank you, Ovi.
I don't know if she does, but I obviously want her to. That alone, I will pick her. I didn't like. I hate.
Hi, Aaron. You don't watch. Aaron doesn't. So he refers to himself as the glue guy for OTSN shows, and he doesn't watch wrestling as much anymore because he's getting married, Erica.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a fancy boy.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, I guess. Whatever. I'm standing in that wedding. It's gonna suck.
Anyway,
Kidding.
I hated that whole haircutting thing. Hated it.
Really?
Hated it. And it was just like weird to me and awkward. And then like when Bianca had like Becky like from behind and was just hacking at her hair with those like huge like Brutus the Barber beefcake scissors. Mm-hmm. And I was like, those are like real shears in this woman's face. Then you're just like hacking away. And it was just like, I don't know, like it didn't come off as like Bianca being like angry, like which she would obviously like have a right to be. It just came off like, I was like awkward or like forced or something. The whole thing, like, I don't know. I get it.
The acting wasn't strong, I guess you could say.
Yeah, it just kind of like rubbed me the wrong way, but I'm still hoping that Bianca gets her title back.
I didn't dislike that segment, but I saw Twitter was like really loving it. I didn't love it or anything like that because I kind of see where you're coming from. Like, yeah, it just kind of took the feud to another level, and maybe potentially after WrestleMania, it can evolve into a hair versus hair match, maybe at SummerSlam. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. That could be where this is going, but I do think this feud will continue. I mean, it started at SummerSlam last year when Becky came back and won that title in what, 20-something seconds?
Yeah. Bullshit.
I don't want it to be a squash match, but I wouldn't be surprised if Bianca squashed Becky here.
Ooh, I'd like that.
I think it's just poetic justice, you know, tit for tat.
I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, so I think Bianca's winning. This is her time here at WrestleMania, so I think it'll be a cool moment. Bianca Belair getting that Raw Women's Championship back, and the feud can continue from there. So we both are going with Bianca, correct?
Correct.
All right. So we have what may be the main event, the KO show with Stone Cold Steve Austin. So obviously there's going to be some physicality here, Erica. We don't know for sure if there's going to be a match, but Tuck on the Google Doc put that situation in there. If this were to become a match, who would you go with in that situation? Ovi says, I'm sorry, I believe Becky will win. Hey, That's okay. We all can
right.
differ. You might be right. You got a 50-50 chance. 50-50. So, Erica, who gets to go first here if this is a match? I keep forgetting.
I'll do it because I don't care. I will.
What?
Never.
You don't care?
I'm saying like I don't care about going twice in a row.
Oh, all right. I thought you were saying you don't care about this segment.
Hell no. I'm wearing my Stone Cold shirt for this match. And that should tell you enough that I'm choosing my Stone Cold. Now, don't get me wrong. I love these two guys. Like one more than the other, but I'm a big KO kid. I don't think Stone Cold comes back to get embarrassed by Kevin Owens. I think he comes back. I think he opens a can of whoop ass and goes out with a bang. No?
I mean, I agree. I first want to give some love to Kevin Owens. And ever since he re-signed, he got put into this big time program. I don't know if that's because he re-signed, they kind of gifted him, but the story makes sense with him using the stunner. That was Stone Cold's finisher. So
yeah,
it really wrote itself here, him trashing Texas. But that Kevin Owens is an MVP of the WWE the last 5 years. So there's nothing that guy can't do. So him being in this spot is kind of like the new Undertaker match. Like people looked forward to potentially facing the Undertaker at WrestleMania, but now that Taker's gone, having a segment with Stone Cold Steve Austin, like, come on.
Yeah. Not many people that you could follow that either.
Obi said Trish Stratus will be at WrestleMania and had said mean things about Becky. Since
I did see that. I thought I was missing something, but I guess you're right. I didn't put the Trish and Lita connection together.
Yeah, he's right. Trish is going to be there. She showed up at a live event too.
Really?
This past weekend, and slapped Becky Lynch. So
no shit.
Maybe that's a SummerSlam.
Maybe that's a SummerSlam. Does that mean Becky retains and then that's SummerSlam?
Don't change your pick, Erica. Don't change it.
Things.
Obi's really, making you confused over there.
Yes. Yes, he is.
So we're both going with Stone Cold if this turns into a match. And hopefully everybody comes out of this match safe because we know Stone Cold has those neck issues. So hopefully everything's all right. But they said he's in ring shape, so there's that. WrestleMania Backlash. She's saying that they could potentially do that match. Yeah, for sure.
Does night 2 have the same amount of matches?
No, night 2 is much smaller from what they are advertising right now. So there is 6 matches advertised for night 2. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe there's more performances on Sunday with like music and stuff. I don't know. Or maybe these matches are just going to go longer. So the first one we're going to talk about here, one more question from Ovi. What are the odds all Texas wrestlers stun KO?
You know what? Who was it that was saying that? That was like listing off all the, I think it was Steve Signor, maybe, was listing off all the Texas wrestlers that would be there, like JBL. My God, focus. I know what he's going to be doing during that match.
No, I'm with him on that one. Roman and Brock needs to be along.
Ovi, I think that'd be awesome if that happened. That would just be fun. No?
Yeah. No, it's going to be a fun segment whenever closes night 1. First match that we're going to talk about here on night 2, my boy Pat McAfee, as you can see the T-shirt right behind me for the brand, taking on your boy, Austin Theory. We got a battle between 2 of our favorites right here. He said Booker T and JBL. Yeah.
That's Texas. The other Mexican, yeah.
I'm going, obviously, with Cuzzy himself. I think Pat McAfee, it is his time. He's going to beat Don Austin Theory. He's going to get his first win in the WWE because we know he was in the War Games. He lost. He was in that match with Adam Cole. He lost. And I think a celebrity, quote unquote, needs to win a match here at WrestleMania. Why not Pat McAfee, who's already proven himself to be a good wrestler? You have Austin Theory, who is very young, super good. The potential's there. I think Pat McAfee wins. Vince is disappointed in Austin Theory, and they can build off of that, and maybe Vince and Theory have their own tiff going on after this match. So I'm going with Pat McAfee.
I'm cool with that, but then I just always think Pat, especially as a commentator, probably like needs the win. I don't know. I kind of just like think so. But then like, can you see like maybe like Theory getting like a dirty win over him, and then that just kind of like no?
I mean, I could see it. No, I wasn't saying no to that, but I just don't want to. Like, And I know Pat's not the wrestler in this situation. He's the commentator, but I think he deserves a moment at WrestleMania. I truly do.
I agree. No, I definitely agree. I mean, I guess I just don't want this to be the end for Austin Theory, like the little like run he's on right now. And I just don't know. I don't know how he gets back if he does lose this. Like, does that like kill any momentum? Not like anybody's riding on his train anyway besides me. But I don't know.
Obi says Austin Theory wins and chases Ricochet on Friday to win the IC title. Yeah, he just beat Ricochet. Was it on Raw? Very quick. Austin Theory did. So
okay, so I'll stick with Pat McAfee, and I like that. That maybe
Michael Cole is 1-0 at me. Ryan Vogus is right.
You're right.
I want Pat McAfee to be 1-0 at WrestleMania. I really do. And I think that is could be a match of the night candidate. I know the Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar is going to be great. I know AJ Styles and Edge is going to be good too, but man, I really think Pat and Austin can steal the show if they're given time.
Yeah.
So here's a match that was thrown together literally a couple days ago. You have Bobby Lashley, who just returned, taking on Omos. Erica, you get to go first on this one.
I don't freaking know.
I agree. I don't freaking know either.
I don't know. Want to just choose opposites? Bobby Lashley just came back.
Yeah.
They're trying to like build Omos into like the next Andre the Giant. What? Who loses?
Are you a fan of Omos? Or I shouldn't say are you a fan, or do you just not like him?
He's clunky. I don't know. Like, I don't just like people because I guess I do kind of like people just because they're big. I was going to say that there's something.
Bobby by DQ. Yeah, Omos gets frustrated. You can't steal people's picks. You know, I
was thinking that the whole time. I texted him and I said, I bet Bobby Lashley wins by DQ.
Yeah, I'm just going to go with Omos in this one.
I like that.
I don't want it. Like, I think Bobby Lashley being the first one to pin Omos would be big. Like you said, Omos is clunky. I mean, once you get a match past 3 minutes with him, it's just not good. Like,
no. And I don't think there's anything clean about this match. Like,
no, like Vogus said, there's going to be a DQ probably. I'm just going to go with the safe route since I'm the champion. I'll go with Omos. I'm not really looking forward to it either. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, we got a hoss fight here. But
wait, how is that the safe route? Because if Bobby wins... Oh, so I should choose Omos.
I just think the odds are higher that Omos wins if it's clean.
Explain to me how to make this pick then. I agree with Vogus that I think Bobby Lashley.
He would if he's saying DQ, Bobby wins. Bobby's the pick.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's whoever wins by shenanigans or what. That's how we do it.
Okay.
So he would be going with Bobby. You're going with Bobby then too?
Yes. Okay. You're going with Omos, right?
I'm going with Omos. I don't feel great about it, and I'm not looking forward to it, but I'm going with Omos. So a match I am looking forward to, though, this should be the match of the night. I think on paper, these two are the two best wrestlers on the card. AJ Styles taking on Edge. I love the new Edge. I love the new theme song. Both guys desperately need wins, though. If you look at the past pay-per-views, I don't think Edge has had many pay-per-view wins, and AJ Styles spent the last year and a half kind of just hanging out with Omos, and it really did nothing for AJ Styles. I want AJ to take that next step and get back into a world title scene, but I'm going with Edge. He's got a new character, new personality. I think this is not the end of this feud, so I think Edge takes the first one, and we maybe have a trilogy between these two.
What if can I say that I think this ends in like no contest?
It's not an option on the Google Doc, but I mean, if you want it to be your prediction, I guess we can make it.
I kind of can't see anybody winning. Not this time. Like you said, I agree that it's probably going to be like a trilogy of sorts, but I don't think that there's a clean winner.
I like that pick. Like, I could see them just like putting each other through the announce table together, or, you know, just something crazy ending the match and they both can't get up.
Yeah.
So is that your official pick?
It is.
Okay. That's a first here for OTM.
So we'll say this. So if somebody wins, I don't. If nobody wins, I get a point.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do it that way. And that's obviously not an option on the Google Doc. So if you're filling that out at a later time, just let one of us know or tweet at us on Twitter, and we will make an exception because that is an option. Erica just created it, and it's her show. She can do what she wants. So fuck you. Are you excited for this one though?
I think it's gonna be awesome. I think it'll be real good.
You like the new Edge? Feeling it?
I do.
That was not really a full I do.
His face bothers me sometimes. Nothing mean. I know. I didn't want to say it. You pressed me.
I was choked on my water.
Like, and it's like all I could focus on is like I'm just very distracted. So it doesn't take much. So he just has. I don't know.
I think the most underrated thing about the new Edge is just Beth tweets after everything.
Oh my god, and I love it. Love it, love it.
Beth plays right into it on Twitter. You gotta love Beth. Yep. I kind of wish she was involved somewhat at WrestleMania, don't you? We saw her at the Rumble.
I'm trying to think if there's any way that she could.
I wish they kind of were still doing the Battle Royal. Like it was nice to get people on the card.
And that's happening Friday, right?
Yeah, they're doing it on SmackDown tomorrow. And I think it's just the guys.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Which is kind of weird. Whatever. But, we got a lot to watch tomorrow, too. Not just SmackDown. You have The Undertaker going into the Hall of Fame. You have AEW Rampage. And you have the Super Card. Insane. WrestleMania.
And you have Joey Janela's Spring Break Part 2.
There you go. Is that the second part of the GCW thing that they got going on?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I saw him tweeting about it. Looks exciting. All right, this one's pretty interesting. You have Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn in an anything goes match. It's going to be crazy. It's not going to be a wrestling match. It's just going to be a lot of funny spots, I'm sure. Ryan Bogus said they put the whole women's roster in that tag match. Yeah, pretty much. The leftovers, I guess you could say. So this one, I'm going to go with – who did I pick?
Come on.
Honestly, I don't even remember who I picked in. Oh, no, this is the one thing I changed. So I did my Google Doc, and I texted Tuck right after, and I had a change of heart. I'm going with Johnny Knoxville. Just because it's anything goes. There's going to be probably the Jackass crew involved. Some crazy shit. Yep. And it's not going to hurt Sammy. Like, you're just going to get all this help. Johnny's going to get help from someone. Feel a good moment. Everybody laughs. It won't hurt Sammy. Sammy even said he's enjoying his tenure in the WWE. So I'm going with Johnny Knoxville.
That's the exact reason that I'm taking Johnny Knoxville. I think he surprised everybody at the Rumble. I think this whole thing between him and Sammy has been like very fun and enjoyable. And I love the focus.
You always get the I need Wee Man jumping off. That's what I was going to say. I think Wee Man's getting involved in this.
For sure.
Could you imagine him jumping off the stage?
Yes.
Yeah. And like Ovi said, Sammy could lose and just say it's a conspiracy against them.
Absolutely. I think it's going to be fun. I think it will probably be more fun than I'm probably anticipating too.
I'm actually looking forward to it.
Me too. Because Johnny Knoxville doesn't give a fuck. No. And that's whatever. And I think, I don't know. I like the two of them together, I think.
Yeah. I feel good about switching that pick. At first I was like, oh, Sami Zayn's the wrestler. But then I thought, anything's going to happen.
Yeah. This is Johnny Knoxville's yard.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to that one. So next we got two more matches only on night 2, and then we're done with the WrestleMania picks. We have the Raw Tag Team Championship match, of course, RK Bro, the champions, taking on Alpha Academy and the Street Profits. Erica, it's a little interesting because the Street Profits have shown a little bit of a change in personality. I think they are acting kind of heelish. I don't know if that means they're going to win the belts here, Erica, but what are you thinking for this one?
I don't like them heelish. I get that they needed to do something, but I don't know. Doesn't mean I have to like it. Who has the belts now? RK Bro?
RK Bro, who just won it a couple weeks ago.
This could also be, I think somehow, some way they retain.
I thought you were going to call for the breakup here.
You were going to call for it?
No, I thought you were going to call for it.
Oh, no. Because I think like if the Street Profits are trying to make a case for them being heelish, maybe some shenanigans ensue during this match. And if it ends in DQ, however it ends, I just think that RK Bro leaves with belts.
Yeah. If Alpha Academy were going into WrestleMania as the Raw Tag Team Champions, I would probably pick RK Bro. just because I mean, I honestly thought they were going to hold the belts until WrestleMania, but they did the switch earlier than expected. So since they just did that switch, I don't see it going back. I think they're committed to RK Bro now. I don't think this is a team that they plan on breaking up anytime soon. And watch, now that I say that, they'll split at WrestleMania when you least expect it, because that's what they love to do.
Sure.
I mean, Alpha Academy winning would be cool. I love what Gable and Otis are doing. Maybe it's not the end of this feud, but I agree. I think I'm going to go with RK Bro in this one.
Okay. I'll pencil you in again.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know why you're keeping tabs of it when Tuck's going to have everything, but okay.
Because I'm not going to remember my picks.
Oh, that's true. Tuck's going to have an elaborate Excel sheet for us.
He's going to listen to this and know my picks?
No, you're going to have to fill out the Google Doc, just like everyone else.
That's what I'm doing.
Ovi's saying that Orton did say Riddle is his best friend. He's never said the F word before. Yeah, it's a big deal.
It is, yeah.
Especially for Randy. So here we go. The greatest WrestleMania match of all time. Title unification. Here we go. Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, Universal Champion, taking on the WWE Champion, Brock Lesnar. Like Vogus said earlier, I do hope this is a longer match between the two, because usually their style of match isn't a long one. It's about 10 minutes, and then we're out the door. But Roman Reigns' entrance at WrestleMania is going to be 15 minutes anyways.
That's true.
So if you want to count that towards the length of the match, I think we're going to definitely get a long main event here. This matchup will be stupendous indeed, Vogus, between the Tribal Chief and Brock Lesnar. But I think the winner is kind of obvious, and I think it's Roman Reigns. We're gonna close out WrestleMania. Roman Reigns is holding 2 belts. And the Tribal Chief is just going to cement himself as one of the greatest superstars of all time. And potentially this could be we're going to start seeing less of Brock Lesnar, I think. I think Brock's going to kind of fade away a little bit. I don't know why. I just have that feeling. So I'm going with Roman Reigns. I think he's beating Brock Lesnar. And I don't think that's going to be the end of WrestleMania, though. I think right at the end of the show, you're going to see the graphic, and you're gonna hear The Rock's music. I think The Rock is gonna close out WrestleMania Night 2 to set up a match with Roman Reigns, whether that be at SummerSlam or at WrestleMania in LA the following year. So
interesting.
That's my take. Roman Reigns wins. The Rock shows up to close out WrestleMania.
Okay, I'm into that. I also
isn't it Bruno Sammartino's record, which is 2,000 something days? That'd be 4 more years, something like that.
Who am I thinking of?
I don't know. Roman's got the longest reign of the modern era. He passed Punk.
I thought there was someone that they were talking about recently, and they were like a couple. There was like a few people ahead of them. Obviously, not in this.
Was Bob Backlund one of them?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe Bob Backlund.
Sorry, the freaking tie came out of my pants. And I've been trying to wiggle it back in.
It's all right. This matchup is so stupendous. It's taking Randy's pants off. My pants. Hold the excitement over there.
It's true. It's palpable.
There it is. So you agree with me, or are you going?
I agree with you. And I think that even if it wasn't, it reminds me a little bit of the new AEW women's title that I can't stop talking about or thinking about because it's so beautiful.
It is good.
They could have given it to Rosa that night. She could have won that match. There's no reason that she couldn't, but they didn't. And they had Britt be the first one to hold that belt. And I kind of think that for that reason alone, I think is the reason.
You usually got to pay double for that kind of action, Cotton. That you do. That will also be on the Patreon. Erica busting her pants.
Yep.
Which we haven't started a Patreon yet. I don't know if that will actually ever happen. It's just rumors.
But if it does,
we have a lot of content.
We sure do. We got a lot of spinoffs.
It's going to be great. So yeah, Roman Reigns, huh?
Yep.
All right. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. There is our WrestleMania 38 predictions. Tuck will be with us Sunday, I believe. He will give his night 2 predictions on that show with us as we recap night 1. But Erica, we're going to quickly go over the NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver card for those that plan on watching it. It'll be on 12 Central, I believe 1 o'clock your time, Erica. Will you be watching this live, or You can be doing other shit.
Well, I was, and then my mom's like, "Are you busy all weekend?" And then I was like, "All right, if I had to like drop something to hang out with her, I would drop that." So we'll see.
So don't text you during Stand and Deliver.
I'll be honest. Like, am I gonna watch it after?
I think you will. You probably will.
I might.
You're not excited.
Not really.
I mean,
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
either.
NXT has. I know, and I know. I don't know.
You just said you don't know, but now you know. I'm confused.
I said I don't know. I don't know. I know.
I'm not excited, but I still think this card has potential to be a very good show.
Yeah.
When we go up and down, and we're going to go quick with this because Erica wants to get to her GCW. I'm going to watch it too.
I have time.
No, I want to watch it too. So.
Okay, well, I was just informed that it doesn't start till 9.
Oh, so we moved up the show for no reason.
I didn't know.
People, what are we going to do?
Hey, at least I was honest.
This is my co-host, who I've been with now for, 13? I think you've been with us for about double
That was like 13 years.
No. I've only known you for 6? No, not even that long.
4?
4. I think 4 sounds right. Yeah,
Yeah.
2018.
Yeah.
That's when we started podcasting together. Okay.
You were my
Now
first.
we're here. Who would have thought?
Not me.
Exactly. So the first matchup we're going to talk about here on Stand and Deliver is L.A. Knight taking on Gunther.
Are we picking?
Huh?
Are we picking?
Yeah, we're going to pick. Why not? You don't want
What's
to?
on the line? Nothing?
I mean, I think technically I'm the NXT champion too, because we keep tabs of that on the low. I'm not going to brag about being the NXT champion. I have the belt. I'm not even going to go grab it right now. I'll do a competition, just me and you. We should have a competition for NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver.
Yeah, and then when I win, you mail me that belt, bitch.
No, that's not happening. I'm not mailing you the belt. We can figure out something else.
Yeah, me figuring out paying Vogus to. I'm all the way here. I mean,
Okay, all right. Nobody wants to see them cheeks right now.
You don't know that.
Good grief. Actually, I probably do. The answer is probably yes. Not from me, but from the peanut gallery. All right. So do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first? What do you want to do? We're just here.
All right.
LA Knight and Gunther.
I like LA Knight.
You're picking LA Knight?
Yeah, I am.
Why?
Because I want to. And I have
over Gunther? Walter?
Yeah. It's Gunther?
Gunther.
Put some respect on that name.
I've been saying it right. Oh, you got a peach emoji. See, I told you people would like it. Now he's trying to get that MVM back, so he's buttering you up.
It's working.
So LA Knight, huh?
Yeah, man. You?
Any reasoning behind that? Or you like LA Knight?
I think he's hot. Not physically. Not that he's not, but I'm saying I just think he's hot right now. And I don't know. I've also not been paying very good attention during NXT, so
Erica, LA Knight's coming up to the main roster after the Raw after WrestleMania. It's a lock. LA Knight is the megastar. He's made for the main roster. He's losing to Gunther. That's it for him in NXT. It's a new era. LA Knight to the main roster. I'm going Gunther in this one.
Okay. Have fun with that.
I will. Next one, we have Tommaso Ciampa taking on Tony D'Angelo. This will be Tommaso Ciampa's last match in NXT. He even alluded to it in his promo this week on NXT. So with that being said, I think Tommaso has to win his final match in NXT to cement himself as one of the pillars of the black and gold brand. So what?
Go ahead.
No, I don't have. What were you going to say?
What is he doing? So what is it? That's his last match in NXT, and then what's his plan?
Main roster.
Oh, okay.
He's open to it. He spoke about, because we had those comments before where he was like, yeah, I would never.
Yeah.
I think he's more open to it now, especially with the change in NXT 2.0.
Yeah.
He's got a new theme song and everything. I think he's ready for the main roster. So if Tony D'Angelo beats Tommaso Ciampa, highway robbery. So I'm going with Tommaso Ciampa.
I too am going with Tommaso Ciampa.
For the reasons I stated.
For the reasons you stated.
Ryan Matthews asked, is Ziggler still NXT champ? I was a huge fan of that move. Yes, he is. We'll get there in a couple minutes. He has a title match. Next matchup here, we have a triple threat tag team championship match. Imperium, the champions, taking on MSK and the Creed brothers who won the Dusty Cup. Erica, what do you like in this one?
Some
good options here. And I think this could be Like if you're looking at a match to steal the weekend, I think this has potential to steal the weekend.
Bogus.
What do you say? That's your MVM champ? Yikes. Yeah, this feud is great between Bogus and Matthews. The Ryans are going at it.
Yeah. You just gotta get your brother involved.
Well, he would win.
I don't know. Now there's a lot of shit going on with Nash Carter. Did you see any of that?
What are you talking about? I'm not sure what you're talking about.
So he's married to Kimberly, the wrestler.
The indie wrestler?
And she posted like just some very problematic tweets and then deleted them. She's saying, I wanted to be happy for Nash, but it's hard for me after the abuse that I've been put through, this and that. And then like she deleted it. And so, obviously people were like shitting on her. And then like somebody posted something that she posted from like her personal her personal Facebook. I don't know what it is. You know what? He needs my support. That's not nice of me.
Still waiting on my Bogus t-shirt to come in. The MVM chat's back. So you're going with MSK then?
Because I wanted them to win. I don't know what you're doing here. I would have wanted them to win, and then I was just sort of like second guessing with like all of the drama. But I don't know. I want them to outside of all of that. I think I'm between them and the Creed brothers.
So you definitely think Imperium is not retaining?
Correct. Oh, I can't let him in here. Yes, I agree.
No, I agree with you too. I think there will be a title change here. I don't know what that means for Imperium and Gunther, but I do think there's going to be new champions. And I think I'm going to go with the Creed brothers just because the way their faction has been presented, Diamond Mind on NXT, with Malcolm Bivens, Roddy Strong, even Ivy Nile has been featured a lot on NXT. And I think he's got a lot of potential as well. So you put the straps on the Creed brothers, you really, bring in that new NXT. Because that's really where the Creed brothers started with NXT 2.0.
Yeah,
so
I'd be happy with them.
Did a cat just come out of nowhere?
He did.
Oh.
He was meowing outside of the door.
Oh, what up, pussy?
No. What'd you just say?
I said, what up, pussy? That's
what you said.
I wasn't talking about you.
He's digging his claws in me now. I know. We'll get
talking
him.
About the cat. So you're going with MSK. I'm going with the Creed brothers. So we have 4 more matches. 4 more matches here. We have Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai taking on Toxic Attraction, Gigi Dolan, and JC Jane for the Women's Championship. Raquel and Dakota reunited this week on NXT, and now they get a title match because of it. That's how things work, I guess, at NXT. I don't think they're going to win. I don't know.
Raquel and Dakota?
Yeah, I think it's too soon from them reuniting and then just putting the belts on them right away. Toxic Attraction has a good thing going in NXT.
I guess. Why bring them back? How did that even happen?
I mean, I agree with Vogus's comment. That could be the comment of the week, Gigi. I mean, you don't have to explain anything after that. You just say Gigi, and I'm like, yep, I agree. Yeah, you know what? I'm conflicted now because you really why bring Raquel and Dakota? They're 2 that I want to be on the main roster. No, I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking with Toxic. And I think Dakota and Raquel potentially get called up as a unit and maybe take on Sasha and Naomi. My bold take. Bold take. I'm going with Toxic Attraction.
That is bold.
What you got?
I'm going to... God. Yes.
What are you doing over there?
I'm...
The suspense is killing me.
I know, because now I kind of agree with you.
No, don't agree with me. Let's make things interesting here. Come on.
All right, fine. Raquel and what's-her-face?
Yeah, what's-her-face is Dakota Kai. She's been around for a while.
I couldn't think of it. I had Io on the mind.
Another one of my NXT crushes right there, Dakota Kai. I have a lot of crushes.
Yeah. And you talk about me.
I don't put it on Twitter like Zach Donigan does.
Oh my God. I am going to hit him with one of those horny jail. I have to.
Bonk.
It might just become my thing because
we appreciate Donigan, but he's a horny man.
He is, as they say, horny on Maine, right?
He has a girlfriend too. And he's just horny.
And he's just putting it out there.
He don't care. You gotta love it. You gotta respect it.
You're right. You really can't. You gotta at least.
He doesn't hold back. All right, this next one's gonna be a fun match. The North American ladder match. You have Carmelo Hayes, the champion, Santos Escobar, Grayson Waller, Solo Sikoa, and Cameron Grimes. And I think there's a case for everyone here in this match besides Santos Escobar, just because he recently was North American champion. So knowing that, you got Hayes, Escobar, Waller, Sikoa, and Grimes, Erica. Who do you like in this one?
I'd love for Carmelo to hold the belt forever because
not as vulgar as Baki Vogus. Not as vulgar, but very open with his horniness.
Not like videos of some girl getting plowed in her ass.
Okay, all right.
You know, not that level Vogus, but just comments wise that he loves, whatever. Nothing
video up on YouTube. I'm definitely gonna put no, it is not made for kids because they ask that question when you upload it.
Who do I like? I would like Carmelo to have that belt for a long time, but I think keeping it fun. I really like Grayson. Well,
Ryan Matthews agrees with you.
Yeah. I'm looking at my list. Yeah,
he has a body too, and in a ladder match, you can use interference and all that stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
Attitude Era episode, pretty much, with Erica Marini out here talking about plowing people's assholes. I mean, once you get to the hour mark of OTM, you really never know.
Goes. Yeah,
that's just overtime right there. So, Grayson Waller, huh?
Yeah, you?
I don't know who to pick. I'm gonna go with a guy that I think has the biggest upside in future, and that's Solo Sikoa. I think Solo Sikoa is going to be big, and obviously they can incorporate him into the bloodline, but to make him more credible, I think he needs to wear some gold. And if it wasn't going to be Solo Sikoa, I was going to say that Carmelo Hayes retains just because he's doing a lot with that title. Like, it feels like the A championship.
It does. It really does.
And they presented it there at the end of NXT with that whole everybody going at it that closed out the show. The go-home show was the North American title.
Yep.
So if it wasn't Solo Sikoa, I would say Carmelo Hayes, but I'm going to go with the Oos right there. Retweet from his prize on this episode of OTM Dark. Yeah. All that. Check it out. So we have two more here, Erica. What'd you just say?
Focus said retweet for a surprise. I'm dying to know what that surprise was.
I don't. That's an inside thing right there if people are listening at a later date. Two more matches. Women's Championship. You got Mandy Rose, the champ, taking on Cora Jade, Io Shirai, and Kaylee Ray. And of course, Erica, this match became a fatal four-way after Io and Kaylee Ray won the Dusty Classic. So you win a tag team tournament, you get a singles title opportunity. I wanted it to just be Cora and Mandy.
Do you think Cora wins?
No.
That would be my pick. You don't?
No. I think now that there's... Yeah, I think that there's four people in here. Somebody's going to eat the pinfall where Mandy can escape.
Yeah.
And once again, there can be shenanigans here too, because in Fatal 4-Ways, I believe anything goes.
Oh, you might be right.
I think. Don't quote me on that.
I'm quoting you.
I want Cora to win. I think Cora would be the best story and moment. I like how they talked about her history and how she looked up to the Divas division when she was in school. That's all she talked about was WWE. That would just be a cool WrestleMania weekend story. If it was a singles match, I was going to take Cora, but I'm going to go with Mandy Rose.
Now that you pointed out, I'm sorry.
No, your sickness is starting to catch up to you. Erica did warn us at the beginning of the episode that she was a little bit under the weather.
Yes.
Take your time.
I think now that you just said about Mandy, how embarrassing.
She's not feeling well, people. Give her a break.
I'm sorry.
She's even crying about it. She's getting emotional.
I think what you said, I think Mandy kind of scoots out with the belt.
But Cora, you agree Cora's the one you want to win?
I would have picked her until you said that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the point.
We're rooting for you, Cora. I saw her as Elena Black on the Indies 2 years ago, and ever since then, I've been a big fan of hers, and I think she's been great in NXT. Yeah. So we're rooting for her for sure. So the last match, Ryan asked, does the NXT champion Dolph Ziggler have a match? He does. He's taking on Braun Breaker, the former champion. Erica, I'll let you go first, just so you don't keep coughing over there. You can get it out of the way. And
I got a waffle first.
Thank you, Ovi. He said, you guys are awesome. Great show. We try.
I I don't know, because I mean, is it you or just everyone that's always like, call Braun up, call Braun up?
It's me. I'm asking for it.
Okay, so say that he does lose and then he moves up, whatever. What does Dolph do? Like,
Yeah, I that's my thinking too. I wasn't going to tell you my pick, but I'm letting you go first.
I'm like stuck in between like the two possibilities. So then does Dolph?
Because like let's say hypothetically, Erica Dolph does retain. Who steps up to Dolph Ziggler for that title?
Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah, I think that's an option. Cameron Grimes, LA Knight if he stays, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those are your options.
What does Dolph do on the main roster?
Well, like Ryan Matthews is saying, Ziggler's never been utilized correctly. Huge fan of his. He needs a WWE title run at some point. I'm biased towards him, though, so Ziggler for the win to keep the ratings up. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the guys that everybody always talks about being underutilized. And when he had that cash-in against Alberto Del Rio almost a decade ago, it was one of the best moments on Monday Night Raw. So I definitely agree with you there. But what are you thinking? What were you about to say? I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No.
Are you okay?
I fixed my pants. I did
Oh
it.
my God. I thought you were like dying over there.
Oh my God.
Vogus said Braun wins. Let's let him keep being the king of NXT.
Yeah, but then I just feel bad for Dolph.
Why? Maybe that's why he was brought in.
Huh?
Maybe that's why he was brought in, just to put over Braun.
And then Braun stays there.
Yeah. So what's your pick?
I'm going to pick Dolph.
Oh. Okay. I didn't see that one coming. I did.
Swerve. You got Swerve.
Swerve. I'm going with Braun Breaker. I want Braun on the main roster, but I think Ziggler's time in NXT is just going to be a short stint. And then maybe they can utilize that, him winning the NXT championship kind of rejuvenated his career. And when he goes to the main roster, he jumps into a U.S. title or an intercontinental picture because, hey, I won this NXT championship. I still got it, you know? Yeah, when Big E was his bodyguard and AJ Lee, coming into the ring, that was prime Ziggler. It was. I had his blue T-shirt, said "Stealing the Show" and your girlfriend on the back.
I think my ex had whatever the pink one said.
Yeah, I had that one as well. I was a big Dolph fan back then. But, I'm going with Braun Breaker. Not very confident, but I think it'll be a good match.
I think you can't go wrong either way.
No, you cannot. So that really wraps things up here.
Boy.
Erica, I put it in the comments in our private chat. I was trying to discuss on what we were feeling here because, you know, it's that time of the show where we have to crown an MVM, the most valuable mark of the On the Mark Wrestling podcast. We had a lot of challengers today. OV was in there hot. You had Vogus there for most of the show commenting, and then Ryan Matthews, obviously the current MVM. Erica, I'm very torn on who the MVM should be. Is there a way you are leaning here? Are you putting it in the private chat? Can anybody persuade us maybe in the comments? People are giving an NXT title run to boost ratings temporarily. Yeah, probably.
You know, Kyle, the choice is yours.
I don't like that.
I don't like this type of
You know what? We're all in for surprises. It's WrestleMania weekend. We appreciate every one of our listeners, and we had 3 good challengers this week. But we have a new MVM of the On the Mark Wrestling podcast. Oh!
Awesome.
Ovi came in with some very good comments. It's not always about who's the most active in the chat. It's about who provides quality in the comments. And to kick off WrestleMania weekend for us, a man that has been tuning in for the past couple months, a very loyal listener, Ovi gets his first MVM.
Congrats, Ovi.
Vogus is hating once again. You know,
well, now this just sets up the feud for the Ryans.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
You got number 1 contenders everywhere right now. It's a good best
Ryan win.
It's a good feud there. So, Erica, any final remarks? WrestleMania weekend, about to watch.
I feel like I'm on vacation. Like that's weird to say, but I feel like my girlfriend's like very into March Madness, and she's like,
Me
how much
too.
wrestling do you have this week? And I go, this is my March Madness. Like, these are my 5 days to like my 4 days. I'm probably taking Monday off. And just like doing what I love to do, watch wrestling, hang out, eat food, drink, whatever. You know, though, the U.S. title is prestigious, so thank you.
Title is as prestigious as the U.S. Yeah, I think he's just hating. You know, there's other people out there that interact with the show and they enjoy watching us. Vogus is our #1 fan. He's been listening since episode 1, but we've had some very good challengers here the past couple weeks. So we had to show some love to Obi this week. So shout out to him, and shout out to everybody that watched us live or listening at a later date. Don't forget, this Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Central, we'll be live with all 3 of us. Tucky will be back for a special edition of OTM Sunday Shoot, recapping night 1 of WrestleMania. So, Erica, as our co-host would say, it is a great time to be a wrestling fan.
Sure
so
is.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to the On the Mark Wrestling podcast.
Like that?